back like we never left. In my same United t-shirt. All gravy.
Social media is
my favorite topic today, guys.
Social media. It's an absolutely essential tool for DJs. The marketing, that's how we show people that aren't in the clubs what we do.
It's basically an online CV, isn't it?
Yeah,
like it's an online portrayal of yourself.
I've got to put the praise out there straight from the top of the episode, bruv. You are the social media don.
Come on.
Like you've
Thanks,
actually,
mate.
You taught me a lot about how to use my social media properly when we went to New York a couple of years ago.
Oh
We did
snap!
that trip. You taught me about. You were the reason I got on Instagram. That trip was when
guys, double. I'm never having Instagram. Never having Instagram.
I was so
I hate
against
it.
bro.
I was like, dude, you're out the game if you're not on Instagram. What you doing?
I was so against it, bro.
Thanks, mate.
I was just like, I'm not a photographer, so why the fuck do I want Instagram? Like,
Yeah, but it's
I'm
like
a DJ.
you don't have to be a good photographer, man. You can build it in different ways. Like all these platforms, bro. Like
I know this now.
yeah, you know it now. You've learned from the best in it.
To be honest, yeah, no, you joke about it, yeah, but I actually don't know anyone that uses social media better than you. Like when I need ideas, when I need tips, when I need advice on what to do and new stuff within social media, especially
thanks,
Instagram.
bro. Thank you, man.
You're the guy that I call up to be like, bruv, help.
Do you know what's mad? Like, because obviously we've been in the game since before social media. Like, it's been I don't know, man. Like, there was no technology back when I first kicked off. So, like, it was a learning process. Like, if I was born into this age now, oh, God, man, I'd be an animal. Like, without blowing my own trumpet. Like, by the time I'd be 21, 22, I would have been flying.
There's a few people that have done it, and we've spoke about them in the podcast in the past, and they were able to build up a following very quickly on social media and get their stuff popping.
Yep.
Doing it on their own. There's a lot of people that are popping now, but they have a team behind them.
Yep.
But as I said, like from the pre-social media generation of DJs, I don't see one DJ that does social media like you. Like the Instagram vlogs you just started, bro. That is mental. Like that's
follow me on Instagram at DJStylusUK. Thanks.
That's just the next level idea. So let's discuss today.
Before we go anywhere, I've got a quote that I
on.
read in a book. I've been reading a book this week. Gary V.
Okay, Gary V, the YouTuber.
Yeah, so he brought out a book which was all about the power of social media and how to go about your business in this day and age.
Is it a good book?
I've read half of it, man, and it's making me look at stuff different already.
Okay.
The Insta vlog thing came off the back of reading half of that book, mate.
Right. So my birthday's just around the corner. I might put that
you
on
can have. You can read my copy if you want. I've only wiped my bum on 2 pages. So there's a quote at the start of the book when you first open it. Yeah. This is dedicated to all the people who are visionary enough to recognize the enormous opportunities we've been given in this new digital age, and who are brave enough to demand and seek out happiness not only in their life but also in their work. Bro, if you're born in this generation now, there is no excuse to not be successful in whatever you choose. If your grind is on point, yeah, and you're obviously you need to be a creative as well. Yeah. There's no excuse. This is the day and age of DIY. You gotta go and do it yourself. Sitting at home and sulking ain't gonna do shit. Like, you gotta go out and you just gotta get it done. And that was the angle I had as soon as I seen what these tools could do. I was just like, that's it. I don't need help no more. I can just go at it. Go at these socials. Built a club night on it. Built all my presence on it. Built all my different angles of everything. Mixcloud. Yeah. And then before you know it, you've got an empire. Obviously, that was like 5 to 10 years in the space of a 10-second conversation. But like that is what the tools that are there now. You can't move without social media, I don't think.
So break down a little bit about, this is such a wide topic, it's difficult to know where to start.
Yeah, it is, man.
How can we as DJs utilize these social media platforms? So there's 2 things that I think DJs are doing wrong, right? Correct me if I'm wrong here.
Yeah, man.
The first one is every Sunday I see majority of DJs, no, not majority, sorry, but I see some DJs, not specific ones, it changes all the time, complaining on Facebook. Their Facebook status, such and such happened yesterday, this and that, blah, 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 indirect to this DJ, complaining about a customer on their Facebook. just nothing but negative posts. Now I stay away from that stuff. I don't post even if I had a really crappy set and I was like, you know what, yesterday I did a terrible set and I hate myself for it. I don't write a status about it because no one else needs to know that crap. Like, I'm trying to put positivity out there.
I think people do that
as
to
a DJ.
Fish for likes.
Just for likes.
Possibly. Like this is another thing. Like people play the social media game.
Yeah.
Some do it in like a. Some people just approach it in a normal way, but other people are very tactical. Like it depends what your approach is. I used to do it, man, and it was for a combination of both. It was for the likes, and it was to share like your grievances with the night before.
Yeah.
Someone's been giving you shit in the booth. Someone's threw a drink at you. And people have been rude, and I did do it a little bit. But then, I don't know, a light switch just clicked, man, and I was like, what? This is just negative. But I play music for a living. I get paid to play music.
Exactly.
I shouldn't be here crying about it like the next day. So what if someone come up, I could be in JD selling crepes and someone's kicking off on me because the shoes are a size too small. Bro, or I could be in a rave playing rhythms, having a good time. And
exactly.
Someone gets a little bit irate with you.
Exactly. But even still, like, to me, that's what a WhatsApp group is for. Like, we've got a proper fun WhatsApp group with all the DJs in it.
Yeah. From all over Europe as well.
Bruv,
you don't want to be in that.
We'll get requests, and we're filling in request logs into the WhatsApp group with the worst requests that's happening. But that stays private to a sense because that's not out on my public domains. That's within my circle of friends that are DJs, and we will have a bit of banter about it. And it's all fun. But I keep the negativity away from Facebook because I'm like, you know what? I want to put myself across as a DJ. I want to promote my brand and my products as a DJ. I don't want to be there like, oh, such and such, like, oh, the warm-up DJ played too many bangers, and in my status.
I've been guilty of all of this, but it's part of a learn. I only got to where I am now using social media by ironing out all this crap along the way.
Yeah.
I made serious mistakes. I fucked up with stuff like I promoted negative like stuff, and I think you just got to learn, like, it for new people that get on social media, like, you can explain to them, you can show them the way, but sometimes you got to let them just like make the mistakes, innit? Like, it
happens so often, bro.
It happens all the time.
That's one thing I see people that I think they're doing wrong. There's two others, right? One, I think people try and attack too many social media platforms.
Yeah.
And again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I see people trying to be the most active on Twitter, the most active on Snapchat, the most active on Instagram, and in their Instagram stories. Do you know what I mean? And I just think, personally, choose certain platforms. Like, for example, I've dropped out Snapchat.
Yeah, same.
Because for me, the Instagram story tackles what Snapchat does. Yeah. Excuse me. It does it better.
Snapchat is depleting, man, by the week.
Yeah, it does it a lot better. Allows me to interact with people a lot more. And there's also a purpose. Through my Instagram story, you can click onto my profile, you can click my links, which will send you to my YouTube channel, etc., etc. I can connect, I can repost your. Do you know what I mean? Like, so
I think it's good to have them all, but you need to focus on, like, you have key ones. So like mine is Instagram and Mixcloud. Twitter was part of it, but I built that to a place where I'm happy with that now.
Yeah.
Like, I've got a good following on there. We all interact, and I'm not fussed about building it anymore. I spent years building that.
Yeah,
I got a tweet the other day, 9-year Twitter anniversary.
Yeah.
So that's how. So I see these people popping up with like 20k followers in a month. It took me 9 years. Like, it's not a grind that comes overnight.
So
that takes years of building. That's a legit 20k following.
Yeah.
It's all mad. I'm seeing kids come on Instagram and within a week, 3,000 average likes on the pic with no comments.
So this is where I think the third thing that people are doing wrong, and I wanted to get your opinion on it.
But there is no shortcuts.
Buying followers. Yeah. People see it, and buying these likes and buying the comments. People see it as a shortcut because they want the perception to be that they're popping online. But here's the thing, I have never. And you can see this by looking at my following. I've got about 3,000 followers on Instagram. I have never bought followers. But I have studied certain tactics and certain apps that help you build the following. For example, Crowdfire was the one you put me onto for Twitter. I managed to take...
Dope, but it's
stopped
legit.
now. It's stopped now.
Yeah, it's stopped now, but that was a legit way of building it.
Yeah, so basically the way Crowdfire worked, and again, this is something you put me onto, I had 4,000 followers on Twitter, and within a year that got up to 12,000 by interacting, but they were real people.
Real people.
So they're real accounts. So I didn't buy those followers. They were people I interacted with that then came on board and followed me on Twitter. So they're real people that are interested in what I'm doing.
That's what you're eating out of the mic.
And that's, I hope they are anyway. And that's how it built to. But I see a lot of people buying followers and I'm just like, you're so lost.
The thing is, like, when you do and you buy them, like, it's great. Like, yeah, you look at it, I'll go and look on the page, oh yeah, popping. But I think in this day and age now, like, you can't pull up all over people's eyes anymore.
No.
Like, you just can't. Like, you can buy anything. You can buy anything in the world. Like, it doesn't matter now, there's someone out there that will provide it. Like, and what people don't realise is it actually messes up all your reach anyway. It, like, these
Explain that. So break it down a little bit more in more detail.
Basically, I'm not sure about with Twitter and everything else, but I know on Instagram now, with the whole purchasing followers and everything else, they like shadow ban your stuff.
Right.
So your stuff will go out, but it ain't touching timelines.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? Because basically, when you put out a post, you on average, like, I think it's like 5% of your following sees it, and then the algorithm then feeds that post. So people that interact with it, comments, how quick people like it, how quick people comment, keeps it ranked in the timeline. It'll make it stay in the timeline. It'll travel higher in the timeline.
So it will stay visible in the public timeline for longer if you do things organically and reach real people.
So if you go and buy likes, what that essentially does is deplete your 5% out straight away. But they're not real accounts, don't forget. So Instagram takes all this into account. So then none of your real people even see it. Yeah, you might have 400, 500 likes, but they're not real. They're not real people. And then the people that actually matter, which are the people that do support you and do follow you, they're not actually going to see what you're posting.
Yeah. It's like, it's basically building a fake brand, really, isn't it? Like, what's happening there is, and this is, I think, another mistake people make. They don't look at themselves as a brand. Mm-hmm. As if you're a DJ, you are a brand. Like, it's very, very simple. Like, your DJ name is your brand. So what you're doing by buying these followers, because the followers that you're buying, am I right in thinking they're not real accounts? They're literally just empty accounts created by some super geeks that
basically
have,
like these
bots,
companies
basically
sit there and they'll have
they're ghost
a million
accounts, though, right? So I've paid, boom, now I've got 10,000 followers because I just bought them. Mm-hmm. That's not 10,000 real people looking at my account that I bought into my
real accounts, but they're not real people.
But they're not real people. So it's not like
it's just a stagnant, empty account.
Yeah. Like, so there's no one there absorbing your content.
There'll be some dude at a desk that probably has access to like 3 million accounts.
Yes, exactly. So there's one guy who's basically
quick.
So by doing that,
it's all done by bots now, though, I reckon. So
yeah, but by doing that, all you're doing, you're just creating a fake brand that doesn't really exist. Cool, you might have 25,000 followers now, and you might have 3,000 likes on the photo, which looks really, really cool. Mm-hmm. If someone comes along and they look at you and like, oh yeah, okay, sick, it's really popping.
Yep.
But it's not getting you anywhere.
No.
Like, you're not making money off of that. You're not building a real fan base. You cannot offer that following. You can't suddenly announce a headline tour and sell out your headline tour because all you've got is 3,000 empty likes from nothing. Does that make sense? Like, I think that's where people are making such a massive mistake.
A lot of these people come into the game now and like, it's not the long game. Like, we had to do the long game because there's no social media. So obviously when all the social media come, was like, yo, we're in and I can build all this, I can spread out. Yeah. Jam, that's when Jam come through, everything else. But I think people come through now and see people that are flourishing and be like, yo, man, I've got to be there, I've got to be at that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So that, boom, they're purchasing whatever they need to get to it.
But this is why they disappear so quickly.
Yeah, exactly. It just gets found out. It just gets found out, man. Like, I'd rather have, I've got 11,000 people on my Instagram, but I might only average, 200 to 400 likes on a picture with all them followers, and that's because it's that 5% rule I was saying. The algorithm all plays with it. It's weird. I see people with, but then my comments and stuff, I'll have a load of comments. Do you know what I mean? But then you'll see people posting a picture, and within half an hour, it's got a couple thousand likes on it. It's pretty much impossible unless you're famous. And then no comments.
Exactly.
On the
that's such a giveaway.
Instant giveaway. If you've got 3,000 likes on your picture, and it's legit, the reach would be you'd be reaching. The picture would have a lot of. And
that's the thing. Not everyone you reach likes. So if you've got 3,000 likes, organically from real actual
more.
reach, you're probably reaching what, 20,000 people? Do you think?
Way
maybe more?
Yeah, man, definitely.
It's got to be more. See, the reason for me, why I've decided never to purchase the followers and never to pay for likes. Firstly, I don't care what other people think about me as a brand.
Yeah.
All I care about is I know that I'm sick at what I do. I know that I'm paying my bills and I am active. That's what matters to me, right? So I don't care if you've never heard of me and you log onto my Instagram and you're like, he's only got 3,000 followers, that's dead. I don't care because you're not.
You just nailed it. That's why people buy them. You just nailed it. That's why people go on your page. Oh, I only got 3,000. That's dead. That's why people are buying them.
Yeah.
But for that exact reason, people want to go on their page. Yo, man's got 25K. Yo. Like
they feel like they're missing out on
man
something.
Are playing the numbers game out here fully. Like,
yeah, but it's a fake game. And so here's the other reason, right? The reason I don't do that is because last year, on average, my photos would get probably 30 to 40 likes on a post. I'd post a photo, I get about 30 to 40 likes. Now, I'm getting about, on average, 120 likes or so. So I know though, these are real legit people really engaging with what I do. And I see through my YouTube app, I can see the click through and 38% of my YouTube traffic comes from Instagram.
Sick.
And YouTube is where I do make money. Do you know what I mean? So 38% of the people going through to my channel are coming through Instagram, which means of those 3,000 people, I'm not doing quick maths, but of those 3,000 people, that's a healthy number of people are real fans of my brand. Do you know what I mean? So like they're really there supporting what I do. I'll post a clip up of a new interview that I've done and they're really clicking through because they found it on Instagram. And that's where I think people are going wrong because they're paying for followers. They're getting fake fan base for some empty dead brand. And it's not, again, those fake followers are not people that will click through. And ultimately, people are forgetting Instagram is
these
just
people, they're not clicking through. They're not even going on your page.
No, but exactly. Like, but Instagram is just the billboard. That's just the advertising space. What you should use Instagram for, and this is my personal opinion, you should use Instagram to drive people through to your platform. And my platform is YouTube. You flip between like Mixcloud. I know you've got a massive following on Mixcloud, but have you got any way of seeing the stats of who clicks through from Instagram to Mixcloud? Can you check that?
You can see like I've got the swipe up on mine, innit? So it tells you who's swiping, who's jumping through
so
there.
You are able to see who's swiping up.
Yeah, man. Do you know what, bro? It's sick.
Yeah.
The swipe through thing is the sickest thing, man. Like you say. If you're clever, you just interconnect all your stuff through there.
Exactly.
Like from my Insta, you can go through my Spotify, YouTube, Twitter, Mixcloud, or directly through my Instagram.
So as the social media don then, have you got like, I'm sort of putting you on the spot a little bit here. Have you got 3 key tips you could give to DJs that want to really utilize social media and make the most of it?
Jesus, no pressure.
Yeah, there's
trying to make I need to make sure I say some good ones.
I want 3 key things that we can give people how they can use social media.
So I'm just gonna go off my experience, right? And the first thing, the most important thing, you gotta be ready to play the long game.
Yeah, gotta be patient.
If you want to build a brand, the patience is key. Like people always say it to me, oh, you're smashing it. Oh, you've done this, your branding is great. I was like, yo, bro, this is 10 years of building a brand, like a brand that you can trust. Like I had in my head the whole Stylus thing when I first started playing the clubs. I wanted it to be a brand from early. I had this bigger vision of being this guy, stylist, the DJ you can trust. I can't use that because that's my Ninote's thing. But like, do you know what I mean? I wanted it to be a brand from early. So I spent endless hours following people, trying to target people, building my brand, getting the mixes out. But back there, it started from street grind though. So it went from street grind into the social media. But unless you blow up overnight, it's a long game, man. Don't try and take the shortcuts because they don't work. Like there isn't no shortcut around social media now, Instagram, all these places. There's no shortcuts. The only thing in the long run, it's just gonna come back and bite you in the butt, man.
Yeah.
Like so that for me is the key one. Patience, man. Build your brand. I mean, don't rush. Like move at your own pace. Everyone's moving at their own pace, innit? Stay in your lane. Focus on your brand, and your following will build. Like mine took time to build, but my numbers are at a good place. I'm not a superstar. I'm not millions of views, blah blah blah, but I've got like 10, 11k on my Insta, 20k on my Twitter, like 10k on my Facebook, like that. For me, like building a legit following off my own back, I'm happy with that. Mixcloud, 28k, 2 million plays.
And it doesn't feel like that long ago. You just bang past the 20k following, so that extra 8k's come
the patience,
quite quick.
Patience, 100%. Be creative. Don't be like, I had a phase where I just went a bit quiet, and it was when Jam had stopped and I was in a bit of a bad place, and I was like, so when it comes to putting myself back out there again, I was like, wow, what do I do? I was holding back, I wasn't creating, and the key to the success now, don't give a shit about what people think.
Yeah.
Do your thing. Like, don't do stuff to fit in. Create your own wave, and people will gravitate to you. The minute I stopped giving a shit and started doing my own thing, doors were flying open. But there was a time when I was like trying to be accepted and trying stuff and doing this. It's like, this isn't the way to go. So that's another one. Like, you just gotta go for it and don't care about being judged.
Yeah.
Like, be creative with your ideas. Don't copy. Try and lead away. Like, or if you are gonna nick a bit of a flex, do you know what I mean? Put a flip on it, put a spin on it, make it your own. Like, I've used other people's ideas over the years, but I'll mish and mash it with a next idea and a bit of my own flair to create my own thing. Do you know what I mean? Like with the vlogging now, but I've flipped it, and now I'm doing like an Insta vlog built into my story that no one's done. Just a little flip like that, but it's an innovative like flip. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
on the vlogging game.
Definitely.
So that's another one.
You know what I think people should do, and this is going to be aimed at specifically.
You can do the last one.
Well, I think.
Go on, Dubs. You learnt enough now.
Try. I haven't. I've only got 3,000 followers on Instagram. Here's saying, if you want maximum success, follow me on Instagram. No, I'm joking.
He's good on it now, actually. I'm getting better, Bob.
I'm getting better.
I'm liking the stories now.
I think.
It was a bit dead before.
Bro, I only started doing Instagram stories like 2 months ago. Not even that. Probably like 6 weeks ago. I think I started on Instagram stories.
Stepped up on the Instagram though. Still follow him.
But it's because, and this is the thing as well. Actually, the reason my Instagram has got a lot better recently is the two things you've just said. Like, I've taken a lot more time to step back rather than be like, oh, I have to post today. I need to get those likes. I need to interact. Like, generally, people don't give a shit if you don't post. No one's sitting there thinking, oh, fuck, my anxiety's kicking off because Double hasn't posted today. Where is he? I can't, like, no one cares.
In your head, you'd be like overthinking it, but 99.9% of the world don't actually care.
If I'm not, exactly. They really don't care if I don't post. But same with anyone.
The timing thing, though, that stuff you just said, that stuff is semi-important, but that's another conversation. Like, if you want to tackle Instagram and do it in the right way, then let's timing and placement.
Let's handle that now. Let's talk about that now.
I think that's key. Like, you need to figure out when your following is active, when they're most likely to engage in your stuff. I'm always in my insights. When are my people online the most?
So the Instagram,
I'm gonna have to give away my tips, man. But I feel like you go into the evening, it's like 8, 9. Everyone's by the TV, but everyone's fiddling on the phones. The everyday 9 to 5er is most active on their shit in the morning. Yeah. Going to work, whatever. In the evening when the work is done, they're chilling before they go to bed. So that's when I target. Yeah. In the day I do my story so people can catch up on it later. You'll never see me posting throughout the day like that on my Instagram picture wise. And
that's the thing, I think it's key. So you said insights, right? So this is another tool that Instagram
You need to have a business page.
Yeah, so
access insights.
So let's talk them through it. So set up your Instagram as a business page. Google it, how to do it if you don't know how.
It's dead easy, man. You basically need to link it up to like a Facebook page. So if you have a Facebook business page, you sync it in, and then But
that's cool because it halves the workload. Because everything you post on Instagram, it will just post on Facebook for you. So now you don't have to go and post that.
The only thing is, when you do make it into a business page, the algorithm's a little bit different because it knows you're a business, and like they want you to be paying and feeding. Whereas you would probably get way more reach and be out there way more if you just had a normal account, but then you can't access any of your insights. So then you can't test and trial what's working, what's not working.
No, but this is the thing. You're a DJ or you're an artist or you're a creative. You are a business. You're not a normal person. So don't be a normal person. Be a business, get a business account, use the insights. And you said 8 and 9 o'clock in the evening. Yeah, that's personal to you. Yeah. Because that's your following. That's what your insights are telling you.
Your insights for each page, it tells you when you're following. It gives you the keys, man. It tells you. The answers are there, man.
Answers are there.
So obviously, in trial and error, like I've tried stuff where I've tried to grid my stuff in different style pictures, blah, blah. But the thing I've learned on Instagram, bro, your color profiling is a big, like, it's a big plus. Your page has got to have the right aesthetic to it. Yeah. Like, as deep as that sounds, It's true.
I see some people posting some shocking photos, and like, this is the thing. It's like, some people will literally.
If you're famous, you can do it.
But they will just take a selfie. They won't think about the background. They won't think about the settings,
Some people
the
ain't
color,
that deep in it, bro.
anything. No, they don't take it. But this is where you do need to take it seriously. They will just post any selfie just to get the likes, and it's like, nah, that is. There's science behind it, because there's a certain addiction and a certain thing that getting these likes releases dopamine in your brains, etc., etc. There's a deep science to it, right? Man. But taking it just back to a business level, you're promoting a brand. That's all Instagram is. It's an advert for your brand. So like, take time, work on your stuff, and just like you said, scheduling is like the most important thing. Work out your timing.
Like, I'm no way near where I want to be on Instagram. Like, I feel like I've not even hit the wave properly yet. Like, this following I've built has been chipping away. Like, I'm trying to hit that wave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people get to that point and they hit the wave and everything kind of plummets. Like, I feel like I'm like sat in the middle of that at the minute, but it's just more graft and grind, and I'm just still again trial and error, man.
Yeah.
Like, I've just spruced all my stuff up again. I'm always recreating my socials to have like different looks and whatever else. So yeah, it's a never-ending game, man. It's a never-ending game.
One definite thing I would say, I think maybe wrap it up, but
yeah, man.
If you're a DJ and you want your following to follow you as a DJ, post some DJ related stuff, but like, I
think you gotta bring in a bit more than that, aren't you, these days?
Yeah, but the thing is, you do have to think about why people are following you. If I'm following a DJ, yeah, don't post everyday photos of your new puppy.
Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
care
That's
about
true.
your
That's
dog.
true.
Do you know what I mean? Like everything every now and then.
You want your page to portray what you are, man.
Yeah,
like,
but not
if
like,
you're a DJ that's into like fashion and trainers and whatever else, like what my page is. You go on my page, you're gonna see DJing, fashion, trainers, and creative like stuff.
But it's you gotta just little bits.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
most of it's on the story, to be fair. Like picture wise,
it's
DJing, traveling.
I think just focus and think about what your audience wants to see, and the best way to get your audience to buy into you as a brand. And 50 photos of your new dog is not that. Do you know what I mean?
It's true, man. It's true.
The other thing I was gonna say, and this will be my last point, you can add something after if you like. The other thing I was gonna say is,
it's a long one, this one.
Yeah, it's an important one though. It's to do with doing like stories and stuff on your Instagram stories. Do it differently. So like, I see a lot of people, they will only post their Instagram stories in the club if the club is popping. And no, but hear me out. They will only record at the exact moment they're playing the most popping song. So that's when the club is at its most.
If I see Drake, God's Plan, I only love my bed and my mama, again, I might jump out my window.
But no, so see what I do in my Instagram story. I did this on Monday. You get a little clip just so I can show you I'm active in the club. But majority of it, there was some woman like just battered, leaning up against the side. And then after the club had finished, everyone's left. There was some kid just sat in the corner. Just
I see yours, yeah, but you like all that stuff, man. That's you all over.
But I'm taking the piss out of the people. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's it. It's kind of a bantery side, because it still gets across the fact that I'm DJing and I'm active, but I'm trying to put a bit of an entertainment spin on it so that you enjoy watching my story. Not that, look, I'm playing Cardi B again and everyone's turning up. Look, I've got the brand new Skepta and everyone's turning up. Look, I'm sick and everyone's turning like. Cool. It's easy to make people turn up. Don't put that on your stories anymore. Yeah. Find something fun to do with it. Like, find the most drunk guy in the club, put him on your stories.
Again, I did the same thing. Like, you figure all these things out as you go. I was, when I first started getting on Gram, Snapchat in the booth, because you just feel like you just, I don't know, you got to look at it from a different perspective. Like, when I do my story now, I'll look at it like I'm not me and I'm someone else clicking on my story. Yeah. Would I enjoy it if I open this story? Would I enjoy it? Like, that's when I tested that Insta vlog thing in the week. I was just like, if I clicked on someone's story and shit started going ham like that, I'm like, yo, this levels. Yeah. So I was like, that's how I try and look from that outer person looking in.
You smashed it with that Insta
I'm gonna stick with that. I was just a tester in it. So let me test it, see how it runs, and then. Because I can't do all the YouTube vlogging and this and everything at the same time. I can't keep on top of it all. So I had to make a conscious decision there. So, because I do like doing it, but now I can do it with my phone through my thing. So don't steal my ideas. Safe.
You know they're gonna do. Steelers. DJStylusUK on Instagram. DJDUBLTV on Instagram. Talkover podcast on YouTube. Blup, blup.
Talkover.